Check, check, check. Check, check. We'll go here. We'll go to... I still haven't set up all that shit. Hello, hello. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Here. We'll go. All right. We'll pull up this. All right. All right. Turn that up a bit. Hello, hello. There we go. That should be good. Oh. What just happened? Ooh. Nope. Nope. Copyright. 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 Okay. Go here. I don't even know if everything's set up. It's been a minute, guys. And I personally didn't like take the time to set up. I think it's all still there though. Surely, right? Close that. Open Discord. Holy shit. 16 updates? Damn. Boom. Yep. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a week. I'm gonna open Chrome. Yeah. Ooh, fuck. Ooh. Yellow. Excuse me. How's everybody doing though? Hope everybody's doing great. It's been a crazy last few weeks. A lot of sadness. A lot of drama. We'll be good though. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. Get back to being consistent and all that jazz. Oh, hey there, bud. I can't hear you. Your thing's lighting. Oh shit, it's something on my end. Hold on. Cause your thing's lighting up. There we go. I hear you now.
What we're singing. Perfect.
I hear you now. Okay, I need to I don't know how I got so fucked up. Oh, maybe if I do that. You're just upside down.
I can't. I'm getting a head rush.
There we go. Boom, you look great too. Shit.
Hey, just trying to match the co-host, you know.
Aw, thanks, man.
Alrighty. Alright, that's where I want it to be. We're good there. We'll see if the webcam stays on long enough. It was at like 28%. We'll see.
All right, the iPhone.
Yeah, we'll see if it charges or keeps it consistent throughout, or if it just drops. But just
It should last long enough.
It should be fine.
Ugh. What do you have it plugged? Oh, well, you have it plugged into the PC, actually, don't you?
Yeah. Which, correct me if I'm wrong. Can it not charge if the PC is like? I put my PC to sleep, and obviously the monitors go off and everything. But as soon as I do that, the iPhone even stops charging.
It depends on what like port you use.
Really?
Like, there's a few ports that will stay active.
Oh, okay.
Like, I plug mine into my monitor, and
okay.
Because I have like a little, you know what I mean, and that charges it consistently. But if I plug it into a few certain ports on the back of my board, it will stop charging.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to test that out then. I was like, what the hell? Android, you don't have to worry about that shit. You're like, oh, it's plugged in, fucking charger for days. But, okay.
This is your second stream today, man.
I know. So busy. Just kidding.
You're turning up for a check today.
Yeah. If anything, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm stoked to talk about some stuff. And not even like recent this week. It's like a couple weeks old or whatever.
There's a lot of shit, actually. I'm a little checked out on more recent stuff, but the old stuff, like we'll go over it.
Yeah. So I'm almost thinking I just have the notes up instead of the wheel because I don't really have a set thing.
Well, there's so much shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, how far back do we plan to go? 214?
I want to go to at least, because the thing that's like constantly on my mind is Framework.
Framework? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the one thing that I'm the most excited about. Did you watch okay, we'll go over it.
Yeah, we'll go over it. Don't you worry, we'll go. But no, that's the biggest thing. I was like, if anything, I'm gonna pull anything back, it's gonna be that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I forget the weirdness I gotta do with this thing. Do I have to put it over here? I think I do. And then OBS comes up? Yeah, that's what I had to do. Okay. Oh, nice. And it does put that filter on. Okay, so then I just gotta move it around then. Do that.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good.
What's up? What's up? Boy, has it been a couple weeks. Hope everybody's doing good, though. I'm going to try to get myself to game tomorrow. Man, the older I get, the harder it is to get me to game. There are a few games that I'm really, really excited on, though. Let me see if I can pull them open real quick. Why did I do that? Oh, because I resized it. There we go. Anyway, a couple games I'm really excited for. I believe it's, yep, Split Fiction. This one, ooh, no way. It's already out. Babe. My CPU is hot as fuck right now. 84 degrees. I probably got to repaste it or something. It shouldn't be that hot. 85, 84. Sheesh. Oh, fuck. I better not do anything too crazy today. 80, 79. Yeah, it could be because I use one of those phase change pads now. I kind of botched the install though. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. I use one of these now. So it should get cooler the hotter it gets, but I kind of botched the install when I put it on. I kind of tore it a little bit. So I'm not sure if it covers the entire die. It's actually going down now, 70. It's still really hot though. 82, fuck me, 83, yeah. Something's wrong. That's a problem for tomorrow, Kyler, not today, Kyler. Because today, Kyler doesn't have the energy. I wonder if my AIO is dying too. It's pretty old. And it's installed improperly. 86. Oof. It's a problem for me later though. Should do just fine throughout today. I'm getting notification. Let's check it out. Yeah, I'll probably take my computer apart and repaste it tomorrow with like some thermal paste. Because that's a bit too hot for my liking. In fact, I'm going to... I think I have... I should have... I normally keep that stuff on deck. Whew, 81. Maybe I'll like try a new pad because I have a few of them. They're supposed to be superior. Interesting. I leave my computer off for like 3 days. Anyway, this is a game I'm really excited to play with. I want to play this with my wife, my beautiful wife. We played through all of It Takes Two together, and this is like made by the same company and very similar. So I'm excited. I should be gaming that here pretty soon, and hopefully more after that. Hopefully more. Let's get back on the call and see how we're doing.
Aside here.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, what up, Dom?
Dude, my I haven't been on my computer in, I don't know, like a month almost, right? Or 3 weeks at least, right? I think it's been 3 weeks since we've done our pod.
Yeah.
Dude, my CPU is fucking hating me right now. Its temperatures are like 80. And I'm like, whoa, what's happening here?
We're not even doing much. Calm down.
I'm going to take it apart tomorrow and probably repaste it. Because I'm like, whew,
I gotcha.
That's hot. That's way hotter than it should be.
And I feel like I need to do that for the short little guy I got in the living room. Then again, that's the hard part with small form factor.
Oh, dude, they're not fun to take apart.
Getting told that they're supposed to be hot because of their size, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know. What's the limit?
So
I've seen 90. How about that?
Yeah, that's what. So like the Xbox PC that I built,
Yeah.
if it gets above 90, then I like feel like I have an issue.
Okay. Yeah, I might try repaste.
It hasn't yet,
or
though.
something like that.
So
But
I
it depends
use
on the game.
I use for this I used those phase change pads. Those what are they? PTM 7950 pads or whatever. And
Is
they're
it just like a sticker, basically?
they're supposed to be like they're supposed to be better, but I kind of botched the install on this one. I was actually just going over that. I kind of fucking tore it a little bit, so maybe it's not getting full coverage. And I have a few in the freezer that I'm gonna probably install a new one tomorrow.
Okay. Is that basically to ensure even coverage versus like the typical, pea size, whatever, thermal paste kind of stuff? Okay.
It because it covers the whole die, and then it's a pad, so it kind of meshes and molds with the micro tears, And they're not fun to install though when your computer's standing up and it's hot. It's better if your computer's cold and laying down. But the more you do, the cooler your CPU should get. Like right now, it actually is going to 68. So it went from 84 to 68. Because like the more load you put on it, the pad changes.
More melds into it.
Yeah, because the pad's phase changing from a solid to a liquid, or like a
gotcha.
solid to like a glue.
Yeah. It's molding to it. Speaking of PCs, just so we get this off of our docket today, dude, Frameworks desktop. Don't get me wrong, the laptops are dope, whatever. Not, I feel like they're kind of aiming towards the school style in terms of whether it be Chromebooks or whatever not. But the desktop has had my attention for these last whatever few weeks it's been announced, and I can't stop thinking about it. Not gonna lie.
No, the desktop looks dope.
So
it's cool too because the reason they built it actually is because the chip that they wanted to use, or actually it's very interesting how they built it, because the chip they wanted to use in it can only be used in a laptop form factor, so that's why like the RAM is soldered and not upgradable. Due to like if it were to be slotted in, the CPU and the RAM would be too far away in traces. It would the signal would degrade. So that's like the main reason they actually went out and like designed this. It's pretty freaking awesome though. I just realized my scenes are all fucked up. So you go ahead and continue while I fix this.
Oh yeah, you're good. My biggest thing, so obviously you have the modular component, what they're known for the most part, is on the bottom. So you can have like SD cards, USB-A, USB-C ports, whatever you need there. Hell, even an external, I guess almost like a memory stick at that point too down there if you need it. The biggest thing I wanted to know, because I know they mention gaming and all this other stuff with the desktop, and they mention, let me see if I can find it here, because they showcase off some stats about Cyberpunk and all that sort of thing. Let's see, Monster Hunter Wilds, which is fairly recent. Resolution, all these resolutions are at 1440p. So about this 65-ish to 70 FPS range, it seems like. So I'd be very curious to know actually what this plays at for a 1080p kind of gaming machine. And I kind of just need to do my own research a little bit and deep dive more into that. It's what do they call it? The AMD Halo Strix or something CPU?
Yeah, the AI Max. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like the specific chip that's in the desktop? Sorry, I literally just got done fixing my scenes.
No, yeah. So yeah, because it's the biggest difference between, let's say, this desktop and other, you buy something off Best Buy or whatever not, is the Best Buy one is going to have a separate GPU, whereas this one is anytime I feel like for nerds, especially when you say integrated graphics, you're like, why bother? Which I understand there's to a point of that, but supposedly this specific AMD chip, instead of having, let's say, I don't know, 25% of the CPU dedicated to the graphics portion of it, basically like I'd almost want to say like half of this thing is dedicated to the graphics of it. So hence it gives you, that a boost of performance when it comes to games. And if it's running, let's say Cyberpunk out of all these things, because for me, I don't really count Marvel Rivals, Valorant as. It's cool that they have the stats there, but their art style isn't as demanding, in my opinion.
No. It falls in line with like Counter-Strike almost.
Exactly. So I'm like, you're just putting that just so you have the high number up there. But for me, when I see Cyberpunk at 1440p with integrated graphics of a quality of high for the most part, sitting around like 70, I'm thinking, damn, at 1080, I'm assuming you're maybe, I don't know, 80 and above or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Just for integrated graphics. And I'm just like, I almost wish they had, and again, I don't know if the chip itself has a website or anything like that where you can kind of maybe put in a game and see what it can handle, because that I would be very curious about.
That would actually be super cool to know. The thing that to go back, you are correct. There is a lot of this chip available to the GPU. It's actually awesome. It's similar to how Apple did their M series chips. This is like AMD's M4. The new Apple chip. But the thing that sucks about this chip specifically is like anything with integrated graphics, you can give them as much RAM as you can slot in your PC. So like because they just use whatever RAM you add. That's the thing that sucks though, is that you can't add RAM to this. You're limited to the specific specs that they release.
And was the Max 39.5? I'm assuming that's the beefiest one.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Because
Max Plus 39.5, whatever. What is
because even for that, I'm showing, because I scrolled down.
128 gigs of RAM. Oh shit.
So it's using, like, if you said it uses it all, it's using it all then at that point.
Yeah. And it's soldered RAM, so like it's way different than you've messed with a really nice laptop. It's way different than a desktop. It's like, okay, I guess it's not way different, but it's way different in the aspect of how it's designed, but it is gonna be snappier. Yes.
I was gonna say it's tuned more for it.
Because it's closer. It's way closer to the die. And yes.
So this is showing that specific, so the top tier, creme de la creme in a sense of that desktop, which is nice. I kind of wish they put more games in here besides Cyberpunk, but it's just good to know. So Cyberpunk at 1080p, this is ultra, so obviously you could dial it down to low, whatever not. It sits at 85 frames per second. So I'm thinking if you play indie games on Steam, you play your typical Minecrafts, like whatever not, I'm thinking this is a fantastic 1080p machine.
Dude, I love Framework.
Like, don't get me wrong, 1440p, if you have the monitor, that's fine, and you're still cranking out again with the plus model, at least 73 frames. You don't cry to me about that shit. You'll be fine. Like you'll be solid at 1440p.
Oh yeah,
but
you'll be way good.
1080p machine, and this thing is barely, it's like, I don't know, a banana and a half tall, whatever not. Like, it's the can of a monster, like a BF whatever. It's freaking monster, all this other shit.
Like, here's a picture of it right here on this box, this office box. You could fit like 4 of them inside this office box.
Yeah. And God.
It's
and so what the instructions to get it going are what, like 4 steps or something? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to build this thing, basically.
The crazy thing is it's only going to get better too. Like they are the modular, like they are the modular people. I'm so excited.
Like, even looking at this picture right now, this dude's sitting on his desk, and honestly, the fan inside of it is like 60% of the goddamn case.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's wild.
Oh man.
So I'm actually very curious of how well it does, because I want to see. And obviously he's biased towards it because he owns some of it in terms of Linus. He mentioned it when it came out, but he didn't I don't believe he fully tested it per se.
He made a video about it.
Did he say stay tuned for it? I can't remember if he broke it down though, because my biggest thing is what I'm curious about is heat. I'm curious how that.
I don't think he went over thermals, but I also don't think you can yet because it's still like pre-order.
It's pre-order. Okay.
Like so so like any person that gets it is probably still under embargo, but also like Linus owns part of the company, so he gets special treatment and gets to view the stuff. You know what I mean?
Hence his goddamn jacket.
Yeah. Dude, actually that jacket's sick. I was like, pull the trigger, maybe.
What was it, like 80? I think it was 80 or something.
It's 149.
That's 100. Holy shit.
Hold on,
use that for the pre-order for the PC.
I know. I literally have LTT pulled up on my side right now. Yeah, it's 149.99.
Hot damn, that's a jacket and a half. It better come with a freaking stock price or something too.
But nah, it's too much. Dude, but Framework, man, they are changing the game. This is like a gaming PC.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is a gaming PC at freaking the size of a goddamn, I don't know, goblet of fire, basically. Like, this thing is tiny. And I'm just like, man, it almost, like you said, this is, if it's this good at the first go around, I don't know how often they update their, I guess I can't say laptops, because technically I have to always picture that they're going to update the parts. They're not going to update the case in a sense or whatever.
Yep, they're just going to make a new board. They do. Yeah. So, but I mean, they do update the case. Like, for example, they did add like new things to the keyboard area. Like you can get like an RGB keyboard and shit now. But like that's, you don't need it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because even, man, all their laptop stuff that they came out with fits on, correct me if I'm wrong, fits on, I believe, the like very first gen or whatever kind of laptops they have now. So I'm just thinking of this desktop, and most if anything, I'm like, look,
like the board will still fit in the first PC, case.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Okay. I know, right? Because this is a honker, dude. This case, this PC is heavy. I don't like moving.
I'm like mid tower. what you're a little chunky down there.
Like,
but
that computer is like the size of, hold on, I have one. It's about the size of this computer right here.
Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, square it off and shit. Yeah.
And this thing ain't got shit for balls. It's just to look pretty, you know?
Because, oh man, there's two questions I have with it. Thermals, I'm just curious of it with one fan, you know, how it vents, all that good stuff. And the second one being, like, it can play at 1080p and it seems to be fine. How well does it handle? I'm not even talking about like multi, but I'm talking maybe stream to one site. How can you do it? And what's it look like? You know?
Yeah. Imagine.
Jeez Louise.
Imagine taking this thing to LAN party.
That's what they keep promoting it. Put that shit in a backpack and you're good to go.
The cool thing is,
desk space you'd save. Good lord.
Oh, actually, never mind. Interesting. The AI series chips is sold in laptops, but it's not the badass ones, like the ones that are in the desktop. Yeah.
Okay.
Because dude, Framework is just the best. They're just the best.
They're killing it.
Because you can take all their like laptop boards and turn them into desktop PCs too with just a simple 3D printer.
Sure, yeah, which, speaking of 3D printers, it's something very minute and very small, but I love how the fact that you could, and people have already done it, and the thing's not even out just yet, but all these like little square pieces on the front of the desktop, you can replace those for whatever 3D printed thing you want for the most part. And people have put like, you know, little Lego pieces on there if you need to, or you can put whatever logo you want and all this other shit. I'm just like, dude, so good, and such a small form factor too. Like little beast, man.
Yeah, you normally don't find so much power in such a small form. The last time we found so much power in such a small form was actually the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini
Yeah.
has a lot of balls. I think this would give it a hard run for its money. We don't have like concrete like exterior
I think for a
testing
Windows
data
machine,
yet,
yes.
but oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
'cause
yeah.
What are we looking at here? If I were to configure one, top price,
You know, it's crazy too.
2,000.
They're like roughly.
Okay.
I think. How much is the new Mac Mini? Because didn't Apple just have an event?
Yeah, they did. I believe it's 1,000.
Let's look
which
at
is-
the Mac Mini.
I don't know why, but in my head, I always picture, especially Macs.
God, that
I'm
thing's so
always
impressive.
thinking of PCs, their laptops, whatever, not being, I don't know, the 2,000 mark or whatever. When I hear like anywhere from $800 to $1,200, I'm like, oh, that's not bad for a computer. But yet, for some reason in my head, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cheap or pretty expensive for a phone. So it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
weird how my brain works that way. I'm just like, okay.
So I'm gonna look at the pre-order, and I'm just gonna kind of compare here a little bit. So their top 128 gigs RAM, 16 cores. Oof. Isn't it crazy that like
the 40
almost
graphics.
all CPUs now are above 5 gigahertz?
See, that's wild.
That's insane.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a perfect 1080p machine.
When I first started
Not saying
gaming,
it can't do.
the average was like 3.2. You know, so that's crazy.
Holy crap! I just noticed that. I don't know if if you click on past batches, I was just seeing what the other ones were, dude. The fact that there's so like six of them already sold out,
Damn.
and now you're on. This is for all of them, so I don't know how
they're all on batch 7.
Yeah, and I'm assuming batch 8 is the last go around if needed, but they're all on pre-order. And like you said, if it's soldered on there for the RAM, I could see a lot of people. Because what's your price ladder here? So anywhere from 1,100, so you have a $900 jump if you want the very top end, or a what? Oh, so, okay. So you're going about give or take a $500 price increase every single time you're jumping through the ladder here. But
Fucking better than Apple.
yeah, non-upgradable DDR5, 128 gig, which I feel like a lot of people are just gonna go straight for that one.
Oh yeah. I would go.
Yeah,
I would sit right in the middle. 64.
Yeah, 60. I was gonna say because I'm now that I remember it, they talked about this very end one here being more for building AI stuff than gaming. So because I was looking at your graphics scores are the exact same, so I don't know why.
Yeah.
Honestly, you would boost up to that, but fuck, $1,600 for that. I'm pretty sure on YouTube you could find some videos of small like SFF builds for give or take the case and this and that for they're around that, if not more. 17, 18. So
my Xbox has 8 cores, 16 threads, so half the CPU power, but it's got a 4060 in it, so probably no, it's probably one tier lesser than these graphics that this thing puts out, but altogether that thing's like $600.
Oh, there we go. Does it not have? Oh, okay. So then you get the CPU, you get the whatever graphics cores that come on with it, the RAM. Okay, and then you're asked to pick. Oh, okay, so then you kind of get not nickel and dime. Oh, okay.
You don't
dope.
need any of that though.
No, they say bring your own if you really need to.
Like all of this,
Yeah,
you can get yourself for cheap.
Yeah, because even a terabyte you can get less than 100. So I would definitely skip that. Secondary storage, that's dope. So you can have at least 2. Operating
Does
system.
it show those? Oh yeah, there's one on the back and one on the front. That's right.
Operating system. Oh, definitely bring your own because you get fucking Windows for like 20 bucks if that. Yeah.
OEM keys.
Oh, and then you got the CPU fans are priced well. Yeah, I think.
I saw that like $19.
Yeah, unless you already have your own, which is kind of cool because somewhere in here, not in this page, unfortunately, but they do have, unless it's in the frequently asked questions piece of it.
You can get the mounting kit.
they have a breakdown of noise and speeds and whatever not those fans, which is kind of nice. Side panel. Yeah, would you go black or would you go translucent? I don't know.
I
would almost have to see thermals for that because I'm almost thinking the black with the because I'm thinking the black has vents on the side. It looks like
the translucent also has vents.
Oh, does it? Okay.
I think I'd go black because I bet you that
plastic of the clear kind of gets scratchy and shit. But still, that's if you're promoting it.
Well, I bet you it's acrylic, and I bet you it scratches like crazy.
Oh, okay.
Because my white PC had acrylic top, and I hated it. It scratched like crazy because I have cats.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my, that's so legit. I would definitely get it. Dude, they could nickel and dime if they really want to. I know, the freaking touch grass one is perfect.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't have an LTT one up there. I bet you LTT is going to sell one on their website.
I was going to say on their own website. Well, yeah, for the 3D printed file of it or whatever not.
I mean, they've already partnered with them with the Framework hoodie, so.
True. Let's see. SD cards, USB-A. So the expansions aren't too bad.
Is the power just standard? Let me just see.
Ethernet in the...
Yeah, it is.
Is there not an Ethernet? There's an Ethernet in the back. I'm curious why you want it in front.
Oh, for an expansion card?
Yeah.
How do I
don't know why you would... I don't know why you need two.
Where do I view... I wish I could view specs. Do I like get out of this to view the specs? There we go. Okay. Specs. I want to know what that Ethernet is. Is it 2.5? Is it 5? Is it 1?
For which one? The expansion or the back?
For the back.
Okay, because the expansion piece says...
Oh, that's a 5 gig Ethernet port.
Oh, yeah. So in that case, why would you... Huh.
That's
someone would
dope.
have to explain why you'd want the expansion card. Because it supports 2.5. Blah, blah, 10, 100, all this other stuff. But
maybe if you're like using your PC as a pass-through?
Maybe, yeah. Huh. Interesting. Still cool nonetheless.
That's dope. 5 gigs on the back? You got to pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah. Ordering more than one computer, do I get a discount? You can add up to 5 per order. Oh my god, let's do it.
That's so cool.
And then you just put it together, just screw in the fan basically, and you're just yeah, I built my PC. Yeah, I screwed in the fan and turned it on and called it a day.
It's so hype.
Setup time 10 minutes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, release year 2025. And this is definitely something to keep an eye on for sure.
The Mac Mini goes from 16 gigs of memory to 24 gigs of memory, not even double, but goes up by $400.
Oh, dude, Apple always just rakes you over the coals with their memory.
Yep.
Even with their, like, in terms of, we're not even going on PCs at this point, even with their, so the 16E just got released, and that's a... what, like $600 or so phone? Don't get me wrong, you get the latest chip, but in a sense that's like you can't really say that's Apple's cheapest phone anymore, because obviously now the 15 or 15 Pro I think is technically about the same price as the 16E model.
I just watched a video on that actually,
and yeah, it's just like, I don't know. If I somehow were forced to have an iPhone for some reason, I don't think I would ever stay, especially with what you get, like 5 or so years of software support. I feel like I'd always be, I don't know, 2 years or so behind whatever the newest one is, just so it's $500.
Oh, definitely,
or whatever it is. But because I guess in your opinion, what do you consider a budget phone? What's the ceiling cost?
For a budget phone?
Yeah.
Ooh. Like how good do you still want it?
You're not you're not gaming on it. I'm almost thinking you're just literally using it for basics. I'm just using it to scroll calls and text.
I think $400
as a ceiling.
Oh, for a ceiling, you mean like max for a budget phone?
Yeah. Yep.
Probably 700.
Interesting. I was gonna have my cutoff is gonna be 5. I think
Mm.
for some reason the $500 price point throws people off in terms of unless its values up there, but in terms of it being budget.
Well, how much is the new? What are they? The Nothing phones?
Yes. So speaking of that,
I thought they were $649 or something like that. $699.
No. For the maybe like the new ones. Let me see if I can find
$599 for the 8 plus 128.
So where's it at?
Oh, this is the phone 2. Okay, what's the phone?
Yeah, so
3A?
the phone 3A and 3A Pro, which we'll
Ooh,
discuss that.
$400.
Yeah, $379 and $459. That's why I was thinking the $500 price. I was like, that's got to be the ceiling for a considered budget.
I do think that the $400 price point for a budget phone is like sweet spot though.
Yeah, because I think you can get away with cheaper materials or maybe missing a feature or whatever, not of the normal ones. Dank Dubs over here says Motorola Razr is all you need. If you're talking about the first one, sure, but not the newest one.
No, the newest one sucks.
I think they were just going off the nostalgia factor, and yeah, you missed the mark on that, Moto.
I think if I remember correctly, Google bought Motorola, didn't they?
Oh, he did say 2005. Smart man. Yes, they did, and then they sold them to.
Oh, they did sell them, didn't they?
God, it's not LG. It's not Logitech. Who am I thinking of? They sold them to someone though, and other than that, they've been, I guess, considered
Lenovo
budget phones.
in
Lenovo,
2014.
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
They acquired them in 2012, sold them in 2014.
Damn, which is so weird because I don't know if you remember this, but and I was, it's Nothing phone, and there's so many phones that just have some sort of gimmick that I'm just like, oh, do I want to save for this? Do I want to drop my current phone that I have for this? Blah blah blah. And one of them, Motorola speaking, was the Moto X, and that's, I think, right when, give or take, Google bought them, and you were able to. It's something super simple, but you were able to swap the back on your phone for, like, you can customize it.
The projector and the speaker.
Moto mods, yeah.
Yes.
But you could have, like, if you wanted to, just like a wood looking back, all that other stuff.
They had like they had like the camera mod, and I'm actually looking them up right now. Yeah, that was sick. That was like, so that happened right after Project Aura died. I don't know if you remember that.
Was it after, or was it?
So Project Aura died, and then Moto X got released, and it was like, I think at the time they were owned by Google, weren't they? When this got released?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So this was like, hey, we didn't give you Project Aura, but check this out. We still used the pogo pins and did all this shit.
Oh, gotcha. Dank Devs. Didn't even know there was a new one, to be honest. Oh yeah, dude. They tried to go with the OG version of the flip phone, give or take, and now they're literally just Samsung flip copy clones kind of thing. So
damn, I remember
there's nothing special to them, but
I remember I actually really wanted this to like catch on, because like I was thinking about all the cool attachments you can do, like you could have like a photo printer attached to the back of your phone, or you can just like plug one in real quick, print off a photo. Game controllers.
I'm thinking, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually, if you're gonna go into a different market and try something else out, obviously their laptops seem to be working because they keep making stuff, and they've gotten in this desktop market, whatever not.
Lenovo.
I forgot to turn that off.
Oh, no way. One of your stream things?
What up, VR? No, I forgot, because there's Fairphone, and they're kind of known for sustainability in terms of phones, fix it, all this other stuff. But if I was a betting man, I'm almost thinking Framework.
Oh.
If they get into the cell phone market, they pick up where
Project Aura left.
Yes,
that's what I'm.
You
hoping.
have so many. you have so many cards and all this other stuff that could just everything was pogo pin on that. It was a mainframe board and just slide like 5 different things and boom,
with magnets
set however you want. Yeah,
it was gorgeous.
I'm just so much customization.
I remember
but in turn go for it.
I think me and you were watching this like a hawk, weren't we? I remember I was, because I really wanted it to take off. Imagine just having the body of a phone that you just upgrade through the years.
Yeah, not only that, I wouldn't have a case on it.
Neither would I, because the components you could just buy at a vending machine. That was the plan,
like,
at least.
Yeah, like, oh shit, I broke my screen. Okay, slide it off, slide a new one on.
You know what sucks is there is like a semi-working prototype of this somewhere. I would love for that to hit the internet and someone do a video on it.
Well, not only that, they weren't as notorious for it or anything like that, but freaking Google is so just leak prone when it comes to their phones nowadays. Whereas if this was a thing, we would have a video at this point. Which
we would
have been awesome, but
I remember this too. I remember seeing this. I didn't even mind that the bezels were going to be big because it was like we were going to be able to fucking change everything whenever we wanted.
Well, it wasn't even, it was not just that too. Bezels weren't too bad back then. And I think
I didn't even care.
No, when you're given something and it's just like, hey, by the way, like make it however you want. And at the same time, if we come out with the screen that has less bezels, you can just swap that shit in there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want a bigger battery? Just slide it in. It sucked too because so Google killed this project, but it sucks because I always think back because they bought this project. The project was already in the works and then they bought it. So what if they never bought it? Would we have it now? You know what I mean? Would the company have kept going?
Maybe, because the only one that I can think of for phones, even back then, that might have had the balls to try to pull this off was LG. I don't know if Motorola would have done it. Maybe.
Well,
because LG had the wing or whatever it's called, where when 2 screens were kind of starting to bubble up, and they had it to where it would flip and it would make a T shape. I don't know if you remember that phone.
Motorola definitely wouldn't have done it because they were owned by Google at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hard part too is, which surprised Fitbit's still around, but I think you have to get your name so big for Google not to kill you. Basically, Google just buying stuff and kills it off. You'd almost think they'd like absorb it to use it in something else, but
keep it around.
Haven't used it, and they haven't used it in any of their technology pieces that I'm aware of.
So. Nope. It's sad. It's so sad. I'm looking at pictures right now, reminiscing, and I'm just sad.
Low key miss a slide. Oh man, the sliding keyboards and shit and whatever not. Oh man.
I remember
you had to have intent to text message someone. Oh yeah. Just done.
I remember my first
just straight fidget.
My first sliding phone was shaped like a bean, and it was a Kyocera. I think I still have it somewhere.
In a weird way, I feel like the biggest reason why I missed those style of phones in general was phones were still fine then because you connect whoever you wanted to, because social media wasn't even a thing yet.
No.
So I'm not getting on my phone to just death scroll and all this other stuff.
No. You didn't have Reddit on your phone. You didn't have Facebook.
No, it's like if
MySpace.
I'm not opening my phone, there's a reason why I'm opening it.
Yep.
Other than that, it's just chilling and has a battery life of 4 days. Right before the takeover.
Yeah. That was a way different time, honestly.
Oh yeah. But no, I was gonna ask you in general though, because this is the first time that I'm aware of that I've seen also where the supposed, because anything with an A, so like Pixel 9A or whatever else is supposed to come out kind of thing, is typically the cheaper version.
Ow.
And so this one comes out, Phone 3A, Phone 3A Pro, I'm curious how the hell that's gonna work.
From nothing, right?
Yeah, so there's never been a pro budget phone, if that makes sense. So, I'm curious if others follow suit. And the only other one that has like an A model really is Google, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would want, because this is a good for nothing, because my guess is, well, yeah, pun intended, I guess, whatever. But so you have a decent ladder here. So yeah, $379, and then a few bucks more, you get $459. So I'm thinking when the phone 3 actually comes out, what are we thinking? Maybe a 550, 600?
Yeah, it's
I think
probably
they're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I would say it's probably equal to the phone 2, right? Which is now, it's $700 right now. For
the phone 2 is 700.
12 plus 256. I'm on their website, and that's what it says. I'm assuming
Do they
12.
have a Pro model?
No, it just goes to phone 2A and 2A plus. And the 2A plus is $399. But the phone
so they made a bigger screen and stuff, but not a Pro model. Interesting. Okay.
12 plus 256. Interesting,
so
because
they're changing their tactics.
They're the same capacity, so 256 gigs and 12 gigs RAM. But there's there has to be a difference in chip here. 7350 Pro 5G. What's in here? Huh.
Yeah, because I'm thinking they're just gonna climb me up the ladder once the 3 is actually out. But it's just interesting seeing the cheaper version out first, because then at that point, I don't know if you're not really, unless this is like a teaser kind of phone of what the 3 eventually might look like, or if the 3 somehow gets a newer chip or something on board, because then the A series, it makes sense price wise, but typically you trickle down your tech, not the other way.
Their main phone's using the Snapdragon, and it looks as like, I'm trying to get to, here we go, specs. And then their 2A is using a MediaTek, which is like not like the main chip for smartphones. Snapdragon is. Besides, like Google using their chip now, and
Tensors,
Apple using their chip now. So what's the 3A using? Let's see.
I don't know if let's see if it breaks it down.
Specs. It's actually not telling me. Oh, processor. Ooh, interesting. But it is using an older model Snapdragon. So the 3A is using a Snapdragon 7, where the 2 is using a Snapdragon 8. So it's probably a difference in processor. So like processing power and speed.
Huh. 120 fresh hertz. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nothing. Yeah, 3A and 3A Pro. What's the difference here?
Gen 1.
Same screen. Same exact. Yeah, that. What do you? The battery's the exact same. What the hell are you getting different then?
From the what?
Difference between 3A Pro and 3A. Screen size is the exact same.
I wish there was a compare button.
There is on this article here. Gray and black. I don't get it.
The Pro has a 50 megapixel front camera, 32 megapixel on the 3A.
So selfie cameras.
Yeah.
So ultra wide is the same. Telephoto is the same.
So on the 3A Pro, there's up to 60x ultra zoom, and on the 3A, it's only 30x ultra zoom. You get more cameras too, it looks like, or maybe a different camera configuration.
Oh, the telephotos, I can see. Yeah, telephotos 3x optical versus 2x on the non-pro version. So literally, it's just camera difference then.
It's not a huge. It doesn't seem to be a huge. Ooh. Man, nothing's awesome. They're actually like. Damn, they actually like break it down pretty good. So the 3A Pro is actually using a Sony sensor in one of their cameras, which is like one of the best known
Oh, okay.
camera sensor people,
Yeah.
where the 3A doesn't have that. Wow, nothing really breaks it down. Holy shit.
I always appreciate their designs.
Dude, I
They
love
definitely
like
stand out.
what do they call it? The glyphs. I love those on the back.
Oh yeah,
That's
on the back.
sick. Yeah, that's sick. Did I
I'm not
push the
gonna
wrong
lie,
thing?
if they had a, and I'd have to look because it tis be the Play Store. Anything can be on the Play Store for the most part,
Compare.
but that software, I don't know. I just like the aesthetic of it a lot.
Oh, here we go. There is a compare. Yeah, it's clean. It looks clean.
Just pixelated, clean, and
50-watt
almost
charging.
like
That's dope.
that whole like just I don't know, like almost like a retro vibe, but still modern. So it is dope. But I think yeah, you'd have to for the most part. This is a kind of a buy online kind of thing because I don't know if carriers actually you can use them on carriers. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of buying them at a store, that I'm not sure of.
Interesting.
I know
It's literally just a difference in cameras. That's all it is. 3x optical
it's-
zoom, 6x, 60.
Great white colors. How do you get the blue one? Honestly, I would get the blue one. Blue one's dope, but
3A is the only one with blue.
the blue. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's only $379. Hell yeah.
See,
Oh,
the hard part is,
Speaking of phones. Oh, go ahead, though.
yeah. Oh, I was gonna say just a little side tangent here. So, like, the hard part with these guys is, what do we got? This is a $380 phone for like that. Let's say the blue one.
Mhm.
That's fantastic price. Whatever, it would probably do the job. No issues. All that good stuff. They also have another. Nothing has another like sub brand company under them called like CFM or something like that, and that's supposed to be a pseudo budget line as well. And I think
What?
they had a phone too.
CMF.
Not CMF. There we go. And it's
Oh,
like orange
I've seen
and whatever.
this.
Not
Yeah, I've
and
seen
that
this.
one was like I don't know 300 or whatever it was. Again, they're
$239 right
stuff.
now.
oh 230. It's almost one of those things you almost kind of want to just I don't know pick up and just test it out for
Just
a
to
week
try
and call
it?
it good. Yeah, just because it's like I just
Make a
wanna
YouTube video
experience
out of it.
this shit for like dude $200. Like I don't know. It all depends on the user because I guarantee I could buy a freaking. I don't even know what the cheapest phone is on Google Fi or whatever. I know I could probably say $100.
Let's take a look.
But like
While you're talking, I'll take a look.
Yeah, I guarantee. At least I can speak for myself. I'm pretty sure I could get away with using that thing because it's going to be a smartphone. Typically, they're not going to have flips or dumb phones in quotations there. For $100. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a Motorola. But at the same time, I feel like it'll have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery or whatever, not Moto G Power or whatever it's called. And I think I could get away with it for a week, if not more, to be honest. So
You called it right on the dot, dude. It's a Moto G 2025.
Let's go.
$60, baby.
60 bucks. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I think that's $60 like with a new line or something.
Well, it's like they're treating it like car
But
models.
brand new retail price, it's $169.99.
See, like
So I remember
for me,
seeing
it's just getting so hard.
I remember seeing the CMF phone though and thinking it looked cool because it was like it looked so industrial.
Yeah, because it had all like the knot. Like you could
How do I?
Can you replace the battery on that? I can't remember. I
I'm
know
not
you can
sure.
unscrew some corners and maybe the back. I think with the right tool, I think you might be able to.
I never looked
but-
enough into it. This thing looks
It
badass too. 120 hertz display. It's crazy how many phones don't have that.
iPhone.
I know. 90 hertz. It fucking sucks. Speaking
16E. That's the funniest part, though. Like, just go for it. It's just fucking funny.
Just speaking of iPhone, I've completed my month's challenge.
Of being iPhone only?
Yes. Well, I mean, iPhone as like my main phone while
driver?
at work. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And
And the results are in.
the
Drum roll,
verdict is it's really hard to use an iPhone when everything that your work relates to is done on Google Docs, Google Sheets, Your email is Gmail. Your calendar is a Google Calendar. And I am going to switch back to my Pixel 8.
Even with the sign-ins.
Wait, what do you mean by sign-ins?
Because I would assume that on like an iPhone, it's just, I don't know. I'm thinking of it more as like you just, on the app store,
sign in
download.
once.
Yeah, you well, not once, because obviously, no, it's not the Google thing, so it's not your whole account on there. But you download Docs, you download Sheets, and unfortunately, maybe you have to sign in each time. Each time you have to download a Google app into it. But I would assume it'd be like, all right, at least I have these programs on here now, and I would, I'm good to go. But yeah, obviously, am I wrong on that?
No. That's essentially how it works. But it's way less integrated to like where I can't get my calendar that shows like, so for example, on my work calendar, it lists what is going to get cut down and what is going to go in, and who's going to be off this day. And it's I can't get that to be integrated. Like on my work Pixel 8 phone, I have like a whole screen where I scroll over, calendar shows me everything that's going on. I can't do that on here.
So basically it doesn't sync?
Well, it does sync if I use the Google Calendar app. But if I don't use the Google Calendar app and try to use the onboard calendar, it's too finicky and doesn't sync often enough to stay updated.
Oh, okay.
But gotcha. It wasn't a bad experience. It's just that my experience is much smoother with the Pixel 8.
Gotcha.
I did it for a month. I said I would do it for a month, and I did it for a month. I almost didn't do it for a month. I was irritated quite a few times. I got locked out one time, and I couldn't get back in until I had my iPad. Because like I can't just be like, okay, text me a code or like whatever. It just locks you out.
Because it is your main device. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to get my iPad, which I had left at home that day, and it was such a pain in the ass. I couldn't do anything that day because I don't have my work stuff on my personal phone. I try to keep that separate.
Oh,
but yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask you, because luckily you said you were using it just for your work phone. Because I was gonna ask you, because I don't even know if it would work per se in terms of, because I know you have the Pixel Watch 3, but I don't know if that even connects to the Apple the phone basically. So
I think it does, but I don't think I could do it because mine's the LTE version, so it's a link to my phone number.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I could try it with the Pixel Watch 2, which is actually currently connected to the number that is connected to this phone. But I don't really want to go back. My screen's bigger. My battery's longer.
Speaking of, dude, tech just goes in its own circles here. It creates its own segues. Supposedly, well, it's not supposedly, it is a thing where iPhone, which is finally, it's in developer beta, I think, right now. I don't know if it's fully released. But the iPhone will finally be able to do RCS messaging and whatever not on Google Fi. Thank God.
That was another cringe thing that I dealt with. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to turn it on, and it's not a problem with iPhone. It's a problem with Google Fi or Google Fi at that point because they hadn't like released it or whatever. It works on every other fucking service. I looked it up for like 30 minutes one day until I doom scrolled Reddit and I found the answer, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
The answer of no.
Because when I hooked this up, it told me to like turn on a bunch of shit and like change the code for a bunch of shit because you're using an iPhone on Google Fi. And I did all that stuff, and I'm like, it's still not working. What's going on? My fucking picture messages look like ass.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it easily does. It's funny because even testing that with people that that have iPhones, whatever not. Like typically, I feel like my workaround for that was like, dude, just send it through like Messenger or something, because some reason Messenger was like the only thing that wouldn't compress it. Wouldn't compress the shit out of something. Whereas now with RCS, I'm like, yeah, send it, and it's not compressed with like freaking black bars on the side or
it looks
whatever.
Great.
I'm like, oh my god, this is what This is what I've been trying to send you, and you probably think my images look like shit.
Dude, they do. They look like shit both ways. Like I'll send my parents
Yeah.
something and it'll look like ass, and they'll send me something. Where I'm like, it's so funny too, because my mom actually sent us pictures the other day from like a trip that we went on, and
Yeah.
I was
I'm
looking
not
at
keeping these, Mom.
I was looking at the pictures and I'm like, damn, she needs a new phone. Those fucking pictures look like shit. And then I went over to her house, and before I said any of that, I was like, what phone do you have? And she's like, oh, I have the iPhone 13. And then I'm like, really?
Plenty good.
I looked at the
Yeah.
photos on her phone. They look fine. They look fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
You shaking while you're? Do you have stabilization on or something? What the fuck are you doing while you're taking pictures? Oh no, they're good. Good old oh, good
It
Lord.
looked so
Just
bad. I was
presses
like,
the
damn.
shit out of them. No, man.
I'm glad that that's finally going through though.
Yeah, so on all servers it should be, or all services it should be good. In a weird, okay, I'm not gonna lie.
But they still have to turn it on, which is the shitty part.
Oh yeah, true. It's not
Telling
on by
a
default, yeah.
non-tech person to turn on RCS. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well, I got one there. I don't know how that'd work. Because it's funny with this.
Make a video?
With this iPhone. Well, this iPhone being, I literally only use this thing as a webcam. People are probably like, "Oh my god, this high tech thing just as just this thing right here, webcam."
I mean, and that webcam was cheaper than like a C922.
A normal webcam, yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of advocate for phones being webcams, do you bet your sweet ass, Android or iPhone?
I tell everybody that, and they think I'm crazy. My sister, I was telling her use an old phone, and I believe they had just sold off the old phone, and I'm like, you look like shit. If you use an old phone, you'd look way better. I promise you.
Oh yeah. Well, even typically nowadays, even when did I gotta look this up. When did the Pixel 1 come out? Are we talking 10 years at this point?
You know what's funny?
Yeah, I guess because Pixel 10 is almost out.
I actually have a Pixel 1 down in the drawer. I should test that one day.
October 20th of 2016. We are creeping up on that.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah. Because, excuse me, dude.
Are you going to be Pixel forever? Are you going to switch? You have a Pixel 1 too?
I do.
Oh, dude, you're making me want to dig mine out. That's so cool. I loved the original design, didn't you? That shit looks so clean on the back.
And we can get into this. A 10-year-old phone still gonna be better than most webcams, honestly. Yeah. To be real. So yeah, the fact that I use an iPhone as a webcam and that is about it, it just cracks me up every single time when it's just like, hey, would you like to activate this? This is the only thing you haven't fucking done yet. And I'm just like, nah. But the fact that it's not on by default, that kind of sucks. So I was kind of thinking, because I don't know, because it's not like I can. I think you would have to have at least. I'm thinking it would cost money per se to have me even to try to put this iPhone that I have onto Google Fi. I'm thinking, even to make. I'd have to. Yeah, I can't remember. I'd have to look. But I just to create a video, because obviously it would just be a toggle, but it should be something super simple, like, oh yeah, do you want to have good quality freaking pictures come across for all your green bubble friends? Well then, just go to settings and click this little toggle, and now you're welcome to the modern age. Just like shit like that. But is it what, for like being unlocked or what?
Send it back when you're done. Try it for a month.
See, that would be interesting. I don't know. I've had my iPhone, not phase, but trials, I guess. Granted, that was back in like the freaking iPhone 6 or 6S kind of days, but I don't know. It's just funny, just holding the iPhone, as much as they say, yeah, it is a premium device and everything, but I don't know. For me, just the weight still kind of feels a little off to me. Like it is pretty fucking light.
I can't find my original Pixels. I found my Nexuses though.
See, one thing I'm sad about, and I don't think I have it in here anymore.
Dude, the Nexus 6, this thing was like awesome. I freaking loved this.
Oh, codename like whale or whatever.
Yeah, it was so big. Oh, holy crap.
Oh, I don't know if I have it anymore. I'd have to look. I might have to
Dude,
dig or
this
something.
thing-
I used to have the freaking Windows phone.
It is so. You did, yeah, that's right. Did you like that?
What?
I wanted to try it, and you try it, and I was so jealous.
Don't be, because I tried it because I was on AT&T at that point, and they're like, "Oh, do you want a phone?" I was like, and then the window one was available. I was like, "Well, this is my time." So, that's where
Pixel
it comes
4.
down to the point of software matters. That's when I realized that big time because, dude, some of the apps were literally